Kaiso Kaiso boy. One of my favorites there from Irfan Alves. I feel that people missed it because it's such a powerful song. 2019, still pertinent today. Really a powerful thinking young man who went into the depth of our personal responsibility in Trinidad and Tobago, right? Phenomenal guy. So I feel at the point in time in which he produced and sang that song, maybe we were unable to really grasp. I would go so far to say that based on the content, the lyrical content of that song, it could stand up to some of the greats in terms of substance. And that is the type of young people, the caliber of young Calypsonians, artists that we have across the board with tremendous potential. Right? Good morning. I've seen people on the live saying good morning. We live on IWER TV. Yesterday we had a little technical glitches with the internet. And of course we live on Facebook as well. And 91.9 FM every morning about after 6 till 8 we engage in this not challenge, this absolute responsibility that all of us have of nation building, and we take on that we take on that responsibility that we have an impact. We have an impact, positive or negative, on our society, on our lives, on our country, on our fellow man. And I could speak to some absolute brilliance that I have seen going up our Peter Road, St. Anne's, and a neighbor is not the first time cordon off the little hole, well, not little hole now, cordon off the big hole, fill it with cement and repair it. Did I catch it? I think I didn't catch it on camera. I don't like to let people see me, really taking pictures of them doing certain things, and I try to get them with their backs turned most time. But yeah, a tremendous impact in your community. I mean, not everybody may be able to, but just repair a big hole that he might fall into. He certainly will fall into if he going up and somebody coming down, because you're forced to go furthest left. And others, hundreds of others who navigate that road would fall into and damage their car and so many other issues, maybe cause an accident. Maybe himself coming down and you dodging that big hole and damage and hit his car. Loss of life, all kind of things could come forth. But just to have some wonderful, brilliant human beings in Trinidad and Tobago who conscious enough. Rich people, you'd rather be rich to be rich in spirit and goodness. And those things make a difference. The man in the corporation crew say, let me finish off this today now. Let me finish off this today and we go do the next pavement tomorrow. We're almost done. Makes a tremendous difference. And then on the reverse, I'm walking up the street and big hardback, Trinidadians speak, right? Big hardback woman. You opening something and you just bust in the pack and throw the back piece of the pack on the floor, take out it and throw the next piece like on the floor while you walking on the pavement. Man, in 2025, and boy, Puff, I didn't sure what to do. I ain't sure if to tell tell her anything because she ain't looking like she does bite nice. If all you understand what I'm saying, right? She ain't looking. I ain't too sure. I ain't too sure about the response I would have gotten, and you know, I wasn't feeling for cuss. But we sometimes unconscious, maybe it's in unconscious or whatever. But if we create good habits, if we practice goodness, the knock-on effect is impacts Trinidad and Tobago tremendously. The impact is felt in every little stone that we move out of the pathway. Impacts everyone else in our society. So, I mean, tremendous kaiso by Irfan Alves. And I'm sure there are some others. I just was thinking on the way, you know, what song I will start off with today, and this one definitely came to mind. Good morning.
Well, good morning.
Yeah, man, morning to you.
I see, Ralph Tanzal's looking for money.
What happened to him? What for money?
Looking for money? How come he didn't look all the time? On the different routes.
Listen, let me be fair, he always looking for money because it's tight in some of them smaller islands.
You know that, we understand those things.
Yeah, pressure. Send him a little thing now.
Wait, I looking for money myself. Well, the election is later this year, we don't know when yet.
Okay, alright, I'm not even paying attention to that. I didn't know it's later this year. The Caribbean have some...
I know what's going on.
Yeah, the Caribbean has some elections too this year, boy. Guyana just now as well, Jamaica as well.
You understand? Guyana is September.
Yeah, September the 1st. That's a big one everybody looking at.
Yeah. Anyhow, the CPEP scenario continues. Understand? And I feel, they put the board in place yet?
No, they haven't put the board in place.
Well, they need to do that, or they need to extend the assistance to the workers, because it's not the workers' fault that they on, holiday.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. So I think that they can extend the thing for next month and continue the restructure. As I said in previous discourses, that put the thing on that ministry, put good coordinators, and let it run. Forget the management, the middle management, which is, contractors, this and contractors that. So no party could accuse the other of political interference.
Right.
All right, and the final thing is that based on what you just said about the guys pulling up the hole, we have to take pride of our place. And even though we don't have CPEP workers, well, cut your little front thing now in front of your house. It wouldn't kill you. You understand?
Yeah, as much as possible.
Hello?
I say as much as possible, cut the little grass here.
As much as humanly possible.
Yeah.
You understand? So when people come to your place, you or them see the front looking bushy, and inside your house clean, take pride and do something for yourself until the situation is resolved. You understand? So that's my take this morning.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. Thank you very much, caller. Good morning. Welcome.
Yes, thanks, Mr. Abubakar. I want to do this. I want to endorse the previous caller's sentiments with respect to these CPEP people. This is a matter that they cannot. I experienced what taught me that they cannot prolong that situation with those ordinary workers in CPEP, those people, the ground troops, as it were.
Yeah.
And they have to. I agree with everything that he says. And the government will do well not to allow the opposition to control the narrative with respect to that.
Yeah.
Because I am saying that if they do that, experience will tell you that this thing can take
a difficult turn.
A life of its own.
Yeah.
And they would not be able to control that.
Yeah.
And therefore, you see this procrastination and this prolonging of that matter, I don't think it is in their interest.
Yeah,
they
certainly.
have to move with alacrity. They have to understand the politics in that, right? And it's because the opposition is taking every opportunity to rile up the people, to mobilize the people, the base, and another people. Those people in their base, are quite a large number of them, they're not thinking people, and they know that.
Yeah.
And therefore, the experience tell you, hey, listen, you can't prolong and the fact remain, and what they're telling the people that they're not getting anything to sustain them, especially at a time when children are home on vacation and all that. They're building a case and winning sympathy, and therefore you have to do something and understand the position of those people in those communities where they don't earn.
Yeah, and it may not be totally true, because as I said, my experience yesterday, no, day before, Monday, yeah. I was in the company of a CPAP worker, because he does other private work as well. He was cutting some lawns and working with me, and yeah. He stopped. He said, "Money come," so he want to pass in the ATM and check, and yes, indeed, money did come, so he got paid Monday. So we even have to be careful. We hearing things, but we not sure. Remember, unless you have a CPAP friend or somebody who telling you directly, we might be thinking they ain't get no pay, they ain't get no money, and they may have gotten paid.
Well, that is it. So you have communication.
Yes.
They must come out and tell the people that the people getting paid today, and they get. But you can't be silent in amidst all that.
Yeah, you have to be very careful.
When the people come out with the propaganda, you cannot allow these people propaganda to. You have to debunk what they say. You have to refute that. You have to do it with haste.
Yeah.
Because if this thing take root, because if you say it over and over, people begin to believe it.
Yeah.
And it's all over the place, all in the maxi, they be telling you that, all in the barber shop,
yeah.
all in the where the women go and it's talk. I had over the weekend, 2 weekends ago, people coming to tell me about what tit for tat. I said, but where is the tit for no tit for tat? I'm talking to one of my relatives, tit for tat, this tit for tat. That is what is sending through the community.
Yeah, yeah.
And we spoke about the communication. If the people are getting paid, you have to give pararat. You have to come out and talk to the people outside here. I have seen many instances in '86. I saw it on that Baghdad Pande. I saw it under the PP. You cannot allow these people to go out there and spread the propaganda. It take root. You can't control this thing spinning out of control.
Yep.
And no, you on your own then. I'm telling them people, they have to listen now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. And again, I will speak as well, because it is essential to listen. Remember, these things affect the people on the bread line, and the bread line is a dangerous place. The bread line is a place where you don't want to play. Sometimes you may not understand what people go through on a daily basis. Not everyone within that group will have the skill like Mr. David, who I work with, to diversify and find private work and stuff. Some of them may not have those skills and may not be able to adapt in a way to earn extra. And in the first place, whatever they were earning is quite menial, it low. So don't play with poor people. Don't think poor people have a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Don't think they have that. Don't think they have a backup. It's from pay to the grocery to the pot. I repeat, I don't know who is listening this morning. I know the people listening. Good morning and blessings to everyone locked on. I traverse Trinidad and Tobago, and people all over say, hey, good going. We love the program. Keep it up. And I thank you all for giving me that encouragement as well. But get word, and I will try as well again to get word. Good morning, caller.
Hey, morning, Paul.
Yes, morning, welcome.
Morning, Paul has made a really good contribution there. And why don't they put the CPEP as a ministry? Instead of having all those contractors, you have managers in those ministries that manage the different areas. So you could get away from all these ghost gangs, and when it's political season, you have all these contractors and CPEP workers. Put it on our ministry and make them employable. Instead of that's how they run it. I find that's a real good idea. Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you very much. And all that would be important is that whoever is managing and whatever structure that they have, that they manage it properly. Because there is room, if there's a will, there's a way. There's room for people to do nonsense once they want to do it, and once there is no accountability, and once the people in roles of leadership are part and parcel of what is taking place. So don't feel for example, the URP is run through an administrative system that is internal. It is not contracted out, but it is rife with corruption. As compared to CPEP, which is contractual, we get a certain amount of work from CPEP, but what you have is, the little issue of political affiliation. And let us also be real. We have to be real in Trinidad and Tobago. You want to give people opportunities, and these people may be associated with you politically. So I had to take a little bit from Dr. Fuad Khan, who posted the other day. Go study what them was doing, because to some extent you need to do that as well. You need to also give new people and people who supported you some of the opportunities. You need to balance it. You need to ensure that the people on the ground are the people who get the opportunity, which it will be. And this is what I'm saying as well. For anybody in their right thinking minds who understand what CPEP is, who understand what URP is, for the most part, the working people are going to be people from a certain demographic, economic demographic. Because other working people who have sustainable jobs, other jobs, are not going to go into those programs. So we will get it together. And like I said, I spoke to the Minister in Public Utilities, Mr. Eller, who I have a good relationship with. We are with Labour. We are with those who represent the masses of the people in Trinidad and Tobago. But sometimes some of the others maybe don't understand as much the plight of working people, and we just have to make sure they understand so that they move as quickly as possible. And I am confident that we will be able to reach our leaders so that they move quickly. It goes from the ATM today to the grocery today, or the parlor today, and to the pot same day. On the ground, nobody in hand, no money, pack up or stack up. Understand the pressures, and let us act with that understanding and that love for all of the people of Trinidad and Tobago, especially the vulnerable. We take the break and we'll be back.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for Gospel in the Bone Ministry every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. For the program, God's Last Warning Message. Hosea chapter 4 says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood." Remember, every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry, right here on the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Are you searching for answers to life's questions? Those things that disturb and concern you the most? Why all the wickedness? Why the suffering in the world? Will it end? Who is responsible? Well, if so, join us right here on The Street 91.9 FM every Sunday from 5 to 6 p.m. with Brother Samuel Gooding and Roland White, where we open the Bible and find answers to all these things and more. For it is written, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God."
When your corporate event needs more than just food, it needs an experience, a Michelin experience. From mouth-watering buffet spreads to beautiful packed takeaway boxes, the Michelin Experience Limited delivers more than just wheels. We deliver flavor. We deliver satisfaction. We deliver excellence straight to your boardroom. Whether it's a conference, board meeting, or a retirement function, go beyond basic. Go bold. Go Michelin Experience Limited. Call us now at 1-868-474-2250 or follow us on social media at Michelin Experience. Great food, exceptional service every time.
Celebrate Christmas in July at Furniture Plus. Enjoy up to $1,900 off appliances. But wait, there's more. Get a free gift with select purchases. No cash, flexible hire purchase plans available. Hurry into Furniture Plus today.
Get hot this summer. Oh no, we mean H-U-T, as in hot days mean hot deals with Pizza Hut. Get one large pizza plus single breadsticks for only $135, or go bigger with two large pizzas, family breadsticks, and cinnamon rolls for just $290. All your favorite pizzas with all the toppings you love all summer long. So head to the Hut and get your hot deals while this offer is super hot. Pizza Hut, now that's delivering.
Light up your weekends at Vibes Nightclub, Tobago's hottest spot. 3 epic nights of music and energy await every Thursday. Karaoke Thursdays. Kick off at 8 p.m. with free entry. Grab the mic, unleash your inner star, and sing all night. Beers on special for $10, 2 Campari for $25, and giveaways for the best singers. Every Friday, Limers Fridays. Kick off at 8 p.m. with free entry. Vibes with your crew and enjoy beers on special for $10, 2 Campari for $25, and 2 White Oak for $25. Every Saturday, Raw Saturdays. Everything goes, nothing but good vibes. Free entry and an all-star DJ cast to bring the vibes. Vibes Nightclub is where Tobago shines. Join us Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for music, fun, and unforgettable nights. Don't miss out. Your weekend starts at Vibes.
Come shop at the biggest African market in the Caribbean with its African-inspired art, craft, jewelry, clothing, books, delicious food. We're at the Queen's Park Savannah, transformed into the Lidjasu Omuale Emancipation Village for the 2025 Pan African Festival TT, commemorating emancipation, July 25th to August 1st. Also, enjoy jazz, pan, calypso, reggae, dance, drumming, bois, art exhibits, and for the children, the African Heritage Camp and workshops. The village opens 10:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. Free admission before 3 p.m. Just $40 after. Kids under 12, free all day. Bring your family, your friends, your vibes, and let's celebrate the 187th anniversary of emancipation, our heritage and future together. The Emancipation Support Committee, shaping sustainable futures through reparatory justice.
New KFC tenders just hit, and you'll want to dip it, dunk it, drip it all day long. Hot and spicy or extra crispy. Non-spicy, 3 pieces for just $29.95. Sauce it up with one of 4 flavors for that finger-licking goodness. This Java, chase the crunch. Only at KFC.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning on The Street 919 FM radio. Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
We rolling big when the jackpot hit. We rolling big when the jackpot hit. We rolling big when the jackpot hit. Play way fast cash, that is the fit. We rolling big. Fast cash and play way take win. No extra spend, just vibes and luck. Play way and fast cash turn up. We rolling, yes we rolling big. Fast cash and play way take win. Mega
starting at $10,000 have now been added to NLCB's Playway and Fast Cash games. Wager on Playway Mega Mix or Fast Cash Monster Draw for a chance to win the jackpot after every draw. Don't miss out. Visit NLCBgames.com for details. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
This summer, Pizza Hut is bringing the heat with a deal that's too good to miss. Get one large pizza plus cheesy breadsticks for just $135. Pepperoni, cheese, Hawaiian, and more. Pick your flavor and make it a Hut day. Dine in, carry out, or get it delivered. Get your Hut deals until August 31st only at Pizza Hut. Now that's delivering.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Good morning again, Trinidad and Tobago. We are back. I'm thinking on the break very, very clearly about it, right? And I know some of us understand that concept of dependency that is created and perpetuated, continued to keep people in a certain place in check, to be able to use people, to use your vulnerability and then weaponize you, use you when they need to use you for their own gain. And I'm putting no water in my mouth at all this morning, because the PNM has successfully weaponized dependency. They have successfully, purposefully put certain sectors of the society on a level of dependency, day to day, week to week, in order to achieve their political aims. And it is a monster. You go into governance and you open a door, and there's a monster behind that door. Is a monster. I have 10, 20, 30 gang. I have 10, wherever 100 goes, 100 real, 100 are taken from whoever half, are taken this from whoever, names running. It is some monsters. Monsters behind doors, and you open those doors and you want to fix it. You want to fix it, but it's scary. It's scary. And you inculcate into some people, you don't have to work for this. You don't have to work for this. It's just, you look this for you, they whatever. And you inculcate a culture, people who are able to produce and do so much. But they get accustomed to just getting not even anything really to advance yourself, you know. One or two who oppress the rest get something somewhat meaningful. They have successfully implemented a system to control people and keep them down. Because they do not want a certain sector of the society to be empowered and to be free. Those people are the base for them to stand on. It is on their backs that the table rests. Understand this thing. Understand that we should never, ever, ever take chain up from them. Because their interests and our interest as a people do not align. We don't even have a chance. I look into my social media and I see in wetland shagaramas. Lands that belong to people. Just to give them back. Just to empower them. So that they could plant and feed Trinidad. So that they could capitalize on what they owned before. In your constituency, you as a prime minister, you with so much power, you who could give this chicken farm big company how much acres of land free. There's a multi-million-dollar company, but you giving them state land, what they could pay for to expand their business. But farmers in your constituency who under pressure, who they took lands from them for World War II, I believe it was World War II, for the American base and other things, took land from them to give them back and to empower farmers in wetlands that are rich and able to produce food. Black people, African people who you claim is your base, who you trying to rile up now. Who you ride, whose mothers you ride their backs over and over, who work yeoman service in your offices for you. You tell me you can't empower, you did not empower them, and still have left people at that level of dependency? It is a dread system, you know. It does us no good. A little free money. If it is a social intervention, it is an unemployment relief program, let it flow. Let it flow to those people who are really unemployed, and it have people who are really unemployed and seeking progression. And do not get comfortable in that. I beg all you, do not get comfortable in that. I speaking to the program manager and I say, I don't want no part. I will assist if I could and whatever, but I don't want any part of that. As a young man, but as a big man, I don't want no names. To take some names and take some money from something for whatever. I don't want that. Do not get comfortable in that. That's to rock you to sleep. For what it is worth, excellent to help certain people. To stimulate the ground, let the mothers and them have a little something, go out and clean something, do something, maintain certain facilities, whatever, work for a couple hours and gain, and then go home and take care of the children when the children come home from school, and still have that little $1,000 to do something. It really can't do much, but and let us seek out other economic activity that could be productive. Rush the Ministry of Agriculture. Don't rush URP, rush the Ministry of Agriculture. Rush micro and small business development. Rush that. Produce. You're a boss, feel good about yourself. Develop your community. Develop your community. Alleviate the drainage problems with meaningful work and projects that come into the community. and say in your community, no, I lick down that one, or I lick down this one, or I is the baddest man here. I alleviate the flooding in the back here, Savannah Terrace, or this area, that area. Remember how here was? And I make all the money. And there's create some masons, create some carpenters, not just shooters to defend some ghosts and some names. Where we going with that? Where are we going with that? That is all that we think of ourselves? And no, that is all they think of us. I know, without a doubt, that is all they think about us. But that is all we think about ourselves. Let us become productive. Let we become productive. Let people have good things to say about us. Let we stop fighting with each other with foolishness. There's a whole economy to share. There's a whole economy to share. Built on oil and gas. We go catch myself. There's a whole economy to share. There's a whole, the entire sectors to go into that are underdeveloped. There's a whole tourism industry if we behave ourselves and we allow people to come to Trinidad in peace and enjoy the beautiful culture that we have. And all you're fighting over a block. A hustle? A what? What are you fighting over? Let us get out of this stupid slavery, this mentality. Let us think more of ourselves. Let us be a productive force in our communities that people like to see us. Our neighbors, your neighbor don't like you. You're destroying the community. They're only tolerating you. They might be frightened to tell you, don't stand up in front of my shop. Don't stand up in front of my house, because somebody coming to shoot you just now. They might be frightened to tell you that. But come on, you have to recognize for yourself. Diversify what you're doing. So I understand, but understand what the PNM, I say is the PNM, understand what they have done. Understand where they have kept us and seek an opportunity. Seek an opportunity now to move forward. Is poor people time, is people who in the middle and lower income classes. When you speak of equality, it is them that we speak to. It is your opportunity to move forward. It is the opportunity for us to move up. It is the opportunity for the fake elite, like the Prime Minister said, to take a little chill. To bring some more balance to the society. Prepare yourself for that. And stop taking chain up. Come together. Organize yourselves outside of that chain up. Because those people do not care. They have outlined over 50-something years that they do not care about us. If they cared about us, we would not be in this vulnerable position. We would have been transitioning from CPEP to bigger contracts, and we would have been in stable positions now. The disparity, the big gap, the big difference that exists economically in this country would not exist if they cared. They would have worked assiduously, just like East Indian leaders have worked assiduously to advance and to promote their people. They would have done that for us. And we would have the evidence to show. In every business sector, we would have multiple businessmen who look like me and look like you, who are successful, who have opportunities. Let us get real Trinidad and Tobago. So I understand, I understand CPEP, I understand URP, I understand reforestation, but understand it as well. And accept it only for what it is. And move forward. And I will insist, and I will try to help again. Mr. Eller understands, obviously. MP is minister in the Ministry of Public Utility. He understands. But I will also try to assist to help the others who are movers and shakers to understand what it is from ATM to grocery or parlor. Sometimes you can't even go grocery with that money, because it's just a couple things you have to pick up before the money done. Straight to pot. Sometimes you have the only way you have to go for gas too, because the gas run out. I will help for them to understand, because it's difficult sometimes to understand that. Who feels it knows it. And there are many activists who are involved with this government who understood that. And there are many people who were fed up of living in that condition. And they attributed the blame where it is due. So they moved away. So we must have that sensitivity. We must have that sensitivity. But the abuse and use of these programs to keep you there is something that has to change. Gradually. It ought to be gradual, because pressure. But do not allow, all I'm saying is, my people, do not allow them to chain us up. Do not allow them to capitalize on what they have put in place. You know what they do? They create problems. And you know what they're doing now? Some of them sitting down at home laughing, saying, all right, let me see how they deal with this. They created the problems for their benefit. They set certain problems. They see the writing on the wall even. And they set it in a way where they say, all right, catch. and the administration who has some positivity in it for sure, and would have some little challenges as well, come in, and when they catch the bomb, it's a hot potato. Trinidad and Tobago is a hot potato. They create issues that if you try to fix, if you try to you know them movies where you have a bomb and you're trying to shut it off, you're trying to. Trinidad and Tobago is like that. A ticking bomb that the PNM wired real good. Real good. And they're sophisticated in the art of wickedness. So the wires cross up. What's supposed to be green, yellow, blue, whatever, black, hot, whatever, and now you have to figure it out. Morning, caller. Morning.
Morning again, Mr. Abubakar. I hope I'm not disrupting you.
Nah. I think I needed a little break there. Go ahead.
All right. You know, these social safety nets, like URP and CPEP and whatnot, the political party, that PNM have used those things as a means of social control. And if you look at the structure of the organization, people spoke about it because you talk about social policy and administration. What they do, the money, the assistance that the money is pumped into those departments, those agencies, in order to help the poor. What happened here is that those people, in terms of administration and all these persons, director and all these different, the money is used to fill those people, those elites there. It doesn't really go down to the people at the ground level.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that, and the case is laid out for change, because most of the money goes to the people within those in the hierarchy of the CPEP, the same contractors and all that, and nobody can deny that.
Yeah.
That is how it is. It's a means of, you have to feed the poor. And as people say, if you don't control the poor, you don't keep them, well, what's going to happen? They're going to eat you.
Yeah.
They're going to eat you over time. And people have to understand that. And the problem here is the very set people represent those depressed communities. You know, they can't go in there, they can't walk into those communities.
Yeah.
I can't understand that. How you can't go up there? You have to get about 15 police car with army thing and to go into people that you represent.
Good morning, Mr. Scotland. How are you doing? You all right?
You can't go in there, and it tells you about your leadership.
Yeah.
It speaks a lot. It speaks volume as to what you have been done in terms of improving the lives of the people, of making their lives better, of developing the communities and all that kind of thing, because you can't tell me represent and you can't go in there.
Yeah.
You can't work there. Madness. So people have to look at all these things, and most times those people, our people, and I know I'm speaking for people might not like it, but when some of our people, and especially people of African descent, once they experience some mobility, they don't care about those below.
Yeah.
We used to say sometimes what they do, they climb up the ladder and then they throw down the ladder.
Throw down the ladder.
Else can come up.
Yeah.
Nobody else could come up. So you down there and they look down on you. You have to run to them, everything. You have to run. Miss Jane, could I? And they have you outside waiting the gate and all. I grew up and I see these things. That is why I don't belong to any political party, you know. But I want to support what is right.
Yeah.
And I see, in my lifetime, I've seen too many ills in this country being perpetrated against the poor boys. Poor people, some people can't come out of it and live the generation after generation because it's CPEP and all these things, you know. And I want to compliment and encourage this one, KFC. Look after your children. Try and get your children the best education to come out of that culture of poverty.
Yeah.
You do that.
100%.
If you weren't able to benefit,
yeah,
or to make use of the opportunity, ensure that your children to pull them out of that.
I want to endorse that. Mr. West, I want to endorse that, because just the other day I thinking in my head, KFC is real trouble. You know, when I tell you real trouble, I spend, he went one or two places with me. Real trouble, you know. But he recognized at least that education for his daughters is essential. And he with his wife, you know.
Yeah, you don't want your daughter to be in yes, you have to say about the poor, but you want people to graduate out of
it,
come out of that. You can't live a lifetime under that. You don't want your children to be that.
Wes, but you want that. You want people to graduate out of poverty. I want people to graduate out of poverty. But let me tell you something. It is evidently clear that certain political entities do not want you to graduate out of poverty.
My experience tells me that, because I live in communities like that. I know, I understand the people. It's like what they do when they live in, if they live in those communities. As soon as they experience mobility, they move out and they go to developed areas. They go to Glencoe. They go to up School Street. They go up to all about the place and live and leave you there. Because they're able to exploit you, put you in a maxi-taxi to sustain their position in politics, because you won't vote for them, and they under evil set of
evil. It is evil.
They could trap. I tell all my family, all my friends, everybody. You people go to school, try to learn, try not to become that. I used to watch and I said, no boy, I can't handle that. I see a man with a foreman with about 15 women exploiting them. Under the URP and all these different things. This kind of thing has to stop. That has to stop.
Yeah.
But who wants to hear, who wants to listen, who wants to listen, that is a business. So let's stay in that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Morning to you, brother. Your listeners, I know, was good morning to you, Mr. West. As usual, your words is like music to my ears. I ain't lying. I and all endorse your statement, Mr. West. But you know, Brother Fuad, it is really ironic and funny to think that the government, not the government, the previous government, sorry, is now in opposition. It's really ironic when you listen to their contributions. I mean, I was real excited for new people to come into politics, but it appears that in a very short space of time, Mr. Kareem Marcel has already lost his way. Because when I listen to him saying that Barry Padarat is the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, you know, it's ironic that Dr. Rowley appointed Stuart Young, and you wasn't so vocal, Mr. Marcel. You didn't share the same sentiments when Dr. Rowley was doing what you alleged Ms. Prasad Bisesa to do. It's really not easy. Watch now.
Upon my mic so you can hear my stoops. You feel, boy. you bring a next generation. It is one thing to have new blood, but if you bring a next generation with the same disease in the blood, then what good are they? What good are they if they come to Trump and follow suit with nonsense? If they really and truly do not care about the people.
I thought it would have been a breath of fresh air. You know, we've seen some new people, you know. They would not be so so drenched in that gutter politics where the parties is becoming with, but in no space at time, that is where you're going to.
Your ways are taught. Your ways are taught.
People had so much high hopes for this young man.
Who?
Mr. Marcel.
Who had high hopes? I just asking you who had high hopes. If you're mentored by certain people, if then what you think will happen? If you don't really, you come out.
I missed that part of who was his mentors, but I know that. All right, you have a uncle like oh gosh, I forget my virgin name on the beatum there right now. Anderson, you understand? You have your mother, you understand, who was very vocal about the nonsense what Dr. Rowley and them was doing. I mean, I thought them around him was their mentors, but I didn't know he was drinking from Dr. Rowley cup.
Nah, it have an ex foster mother. I mean foster father. Yeah.
Oh.
That know where he drinking from.
I realize now.
Yeah. He's a foster child or somebody else. Right. Have a good morning, right? Don't study them people and them. Let we focus on moving forward, because we could not move forward before. African people were resigned to a certain position. It had a bourgeoisie, the sellout class, right? Them a little bit of them could go and sing for the supper. But for the majority of the masses of African Afro-Trinbagonians, you were forced into a certain position. There was no upward mobility. You're born into a caste. The caste is to serve them. And now we have to break those chains because we have the ability to move forward now. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Morning, Mr. How is everything?
Yeah, man.
Everything cool?
Hot. It's not cool. It's hot. Go ahead.
All right, but you know what? Let me boil down some of that heat. What stage we reached to? That CPEP work and CPEP workers and forestry is that the most important thing in this society? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's evil with Scotland and Beckles and them, this PLM. Why this African continues this evil? What if CPEP was so important? Why they give them $1? They zero they give them $1. Why did they give them $10? When they are before. They how we striving on the CPEP. I refuse to do CPEP in my working days. And my partner, they had ghost gang and all kind of things, and I still refuse. Because you know I didn't want to get trapped in that world. But the African like Scotland and Benedict Beckles and them, they're trying to force. This is not the most important work, you know. And that will always, this work will continue because we will always need the people to do our work. Because it's supposed to have CPEP workers on UNC side and on PNM side. What evil they're trying to create in this country. Where they CPEP and CPEP. I know the best work in Trinidad. All right, brother.
Yeah, thank you very much. The work exists and it will be restarted very, very soon. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning, Fuad.
Hey, morning, my brother. Plenty big up here in this morning, boy.
Mr. Blessing, a present to the Courier of Radio. Mr. West.
Yeah.
Mr. West, I that man come from far. I take my daughter there from that European CPEP down there. We fighting for European CPEP. I go all out for my children to get proper education. You know that, Fuad?
Yeah. I want to see them as doctors. I want to see them as professionals. I want to see them as business owners. I want to see them as progressing. I want to see that, and I really, right? I give you that props, and your queen too, your wife. Keep it up, brother. Keep it up.
I have an educated wife too, you know.
Right.
So my daughter's on them in the right track. So out of that slammer down, they was fighting for CPEP and Europe. I know my daughter them fighting for that.
You're an intelligent fella, you know. You're just wayward, boy. Oh God.
You know, create that down St. Johnson? The PNM, you know. You remember the days when they collect and check and have a problem along the treasury?
Right.
When they give one man all the gang, my man back like Bagara.
Right.
When they give 40-something URP gang, and they give the next team 10 gang, people are going to die for that, you know?
Yeah.
Because they gain you one in, one out, and if they bring in that fortnight, you have to hide, you have to breaks and all the kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm so greedy, they were half, you know, every fortnight, they were half out of that money, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, them create monsters. Before I take care of my two girl child, man.
Yeah, respect, my brother, respect.
What's the good morning, Mr. Westside? Yeah, man, love.
Love, man. Take it easy. For what it is, we accept, but we have to be careful. Morning, caller, morning.
Hey, morning, brother Fuad. How you going?
Yeah, man. I do. Welcome.
All right, blessings unto you as usual. I might really get to calling as much these days, but blessings. Sincerely, the good words, the wise words you say, you know, it is definitely appreciated and respected. So keep up the great work. You know, I'm hoping very soon that, you know, we're able to reach that very nice society, a happy society, a society where once we wake up in the morning, we happy and comfortable and be ready to see how we could strive and prosper in our career and personal, you know. And real quick, you know, as adults, if we have some, you know, national sports, national wellness clubs, you know, we are not athletes, but there's most of some of us who would go to school and play sports, or even in our later years. You know, people like to run, exercise, stay fit. Some people in their 30s and 40s might still want to play basketball, football, some type of sports. So
Yeah.
That would help with our health and thing.
Yeah, with our health and our well-being as well.
And our well-being too, and our standard of living.
For sure.
Across the board in agriculture, economy, wellness. Blessings, brother, blessings.
Yeah, man, blessings to you too. Good morning, brother. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, brother. How are you? Alhamdulillah. Well, I just had not much to say. Well, good morning to Mr. West, KFC, and everybody, and all sides of the fence. But I just want to say one thing. You see that URP issue? That is where I live in Santa Cruz. I've seen just what you hear KFC saying. They have seen that happen. And imagine Santa Cruz small in context of what you deal with in Port Finney. And so that is a problem. It has festered and it become a sore. And you know, you start thinking about it now. People might say yes. When the Honorable Prime Minister was in government before, no, they would have said all kind of things. But you see, when a person pick up, how do you classify a person? Okay, the person may have done things. They say they're trying to do something right, but yet you want to bash the person. You want to make them look bad because they're showing you. So I would say continue what you all are doing. Just do it. Let me just try to do the correct thing. That is all. And let me see the best of your ability. And I also want to say thank you. We had an issue, and it's only now. Under the PNM, we made the application. But I know now, because I've spoken to one or two individuals, I won't call their name, you may know the individual, but we got through. So I want to thank the present administration because it is alleged that, you know, with the new administration now, they have been pushing for the application that remain dormant. So thank you again, be it whoever, but thanks for the assistance. Because we had an issue with our home and, you know, we got through it something with the concern.
Nice. That's wonderful to hear, man. Nice.
Yeah. So keep up the good work, and you have my support as a what do you call it, a person in the country, everything. So locked on and listen.
Yeah, man. Blessings. Thank you very much. Morning, Prezi. Welcome.
Morning, Imam Fuad Abu Bakr. Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Some nights I go to sleep late doing some studies and research and all kind of things. So I catch myself getting up after your program, kind of halfway down or even finish. But it's almost the same thing this morning because I get up about 7. But anyway, and the way how it's going right now until what I'm hearing, I want to keep on saying, form the organization. Form it. We have to form that. I don't care who it is, do it. We have to have that 12 in Parliament. Now, what you're saying there, I hear Dr. West, I hear everybody, and I could still come and say that we people need to take up the mantle of authority. All on the afternoon program, going down the line to show people where we have to do that. It's not only, well, we may be talking about the CPEP. That is a thing that already exists for plenty for people. Well, okay, so we go think, but we still have to take over the mantle of being the umpire, being the referee, being that kind of psychology in the parliament or in governance on the whole. If we don't do it, as I keep on saying, the slaves have to take over the position. Don't continue being slave and letting people rule we. Who we putting out now as who had been ruling us, we still, I saying that, two sides of a coin, we still have to be careful that we put somebody again to rule we and him not ruling we self. Like how my brothers just say it, and you know it, see for self, do for self. We can't get away from that. We must organize ourselves, organize, see for self, do for self. That is something I take away from all you as Islam. See for self, do for self. I take that as a serious matter, doing that. See for self, do for self, organize. And that is what I will say this morning. And the direction I take that people's organization, follow up that. I'm not getting myself out to no other matter. If it comes to that now, I'm not doing it. We're moving away from our matter now. We do to move away. Let me really take up the mantle while we put somebody in it to do for self, see for self, organize. Thank you, Fuad Abubakar. Thank you, Trinidad and Tobago. That is my warning from now until 2030 or however it is day. That is my warning. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. I couldn't agree more, right? See for yourself. Take care of your business. Do for yourself. Work for yourself, right? It is important, and organize. Wherever you see leadership that is directed towards the upliftment of your society as a whole, then work in that direction. Nothing is perfect, you know. It's human beings we're dealing with. But where you see room, don't hesitate. Because our progression as a people is essential. Or we will die, we will suffocate in the destruction that has been set for us. This system is set up for the exploitation of some. And we are the some. Let us be part of the problem. Let us utilize whatever exists for the benefit of ourselves and our family and our community, and then look towards forward progression. Let we explain these things to the community. If we say we are leaders, let us lead. A leader is not just take everything and tax everybody. And go ahead, caller. Morning.
Yeah, morning, Fuad. How are you doing?
Hi there, not too bad.
Blessed morning to you. I agree with the point taken by the president, but then all that was going on with the European CPEP, and I know you're a man on the ground, and I always believe in taking our youths from 1 to 7, and then we're going forward for the future. Because within 1 and 7,
yeah,
we know who we have for the future. So I know you're the man on the ground, and I know you could put things in place to deal with people and children and all of that. And I appreciate all you're saying and everything. So I put that in your hand.
Yeah,
have a great day.
Yeah, man. Thank you very, very much. Let we understand what it is, for what it is, and let we look for ways forward. Let we hold whoever is there responsible for our forward progression up and upliftment. Let us, if we see a crack, let us move into it and move forward. Let us lead in a real way, not to take advantage, but to empower. Let us encourage the children, the young men. Let we do, how you would give a 14-year-old, a 15-year-old a gun? Give the boy a book. Encourage the boy in some uplifting ideas. Talk something on the block that makes sense. Guide people. Make some masons and carpenters. Not just soldiers. What war are you fighting? All of us collectively fighting poverty. Living in a dilapidated building. If it have a lift, the lift working once in a while. Your family growing, the apartment not growing. Your mother or whoever really want to put you out, but she just have a little love in she heart. Or afraid you. Come on. Come on. And I'm saying that if there is whatever program in place, a little something there, at least be a positive impact. At least have some type of social control and direction in your community. At least back in the day, when whatever is afforded to whichever, whoever, at least they used to have some type of a positive impact. At least they used to encourage what is good and discourage what is wrong. Now some of these people, and they were empowered. They were the people of choice by the politicians, the destroyers of the community. Like this, the people of choice. Because it had to be that they want destruction of the communities and the people. It had to be that they want to keep us down. So don't get vexed with the Prime Minister if in her thinking she say drink later on in life. Gamble later on in life. Smoke marijuana later on in life. Because, oh gosh, if she had come and say, smoke weed, like Faris and them come and they are the companies waiting, they are the companies waiting for the sale of marijuana and whatever. They are the companies waiting to capitalize even on that. Smoke. Because it's not nothing else for you, They have no intention to share the other economic benefits. The economic benefits of the country. For a matter of fact, even the little economic benefit of selling a little marijuana, they're looking for that too. Everything. From funeral agency to prison transport to drugs in the hospital, anything you think about, they want it. It have no industry. It have no area. And if it have an area in which they don't want to venture, and other people venturing, they counteract it some way. They import in food, and they trying their best to ensure that local agriculture doesn't prosper. Understand this wicked system that you're living in. And understand that if you get a break, if we get a break with somebody trying to say, oh, let's smoke later in life, drink later in life, it mashing up all your brain early. I talking to my barber yesterday, pressure. The youths, that weed. And then your same friend, whoever, selling you nonsense. He didn't even care enough to say, all right, I'll give you something that good. Although it could never be good. In your formative years as a young person, alcohol dread, marijuana dread in your formative years, and gambling is a scourge on Trinidad and Tobago. For those who don't know, gambling is a scourge. So let us understand what is taking place. Let us have a little patience, but yes, let us also speak to our leaders and explain to them in this difficult time, although don't play with that too much. Hurry up. We understand changes have to be made, but hurry up. People on the line, not even the bread line, they below the bread line. And I will tell them, raise our voices in that way, but not to be used by some next political entity that don't care about us. Right? Blessings to everybody. We'll be back tomorrow, God willing. Have a good day.
Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners.